Have you ever had something old that nobody else thought was important? Maybe it was a toy. Maybe it was a photograph. Or maybe it was something as simple as an old bicycle. For Mia, that bicycle was worth much more than money. It was rusty. It was noisy. It had an old broken basket. And one day, someone offered Mia a lot of money for it. But Mia refused. Why? Why would she refuse such a good offer? And what was so special about an old bicycle? Let's find out. Welcome back to Daily English Flow. Listen carefully and enjoy this easy English story. Mia was 22 years old. She lived in a small town with her mother and younger brother, Leo. Mia worked at a little coffee shop near the town center. Every morning, she rode her old blue bicycle to work. The bicycle was not beautiful. The paint was damaged. The seat was old. The bell made a strange sound. Ring, ring. Sometimes it didn't even ring. But Mia loved it. She had owned the bicycle for almost 10 years. Her father had given it to her when she was 12 years old. At that time, Mia was very excited. Her father had placed the bicycle in front of the house. Happy birthday, Mia. Mia looked at it with wide eyes. Is this really mine? Her father laughed. Yes, but you have to learn how to ride it. Mia immediately jumped onto the bicycle. She fell after only a few seconds. Her father ran toward her. Are you okay? Mia started laughing. I'm okay. She tried again. And again. And again. By the end of the afternoon, Mia could ride. Her father ran beside her. Don't look down. Look straight ahead. Mia smiled. I can do it. Her father smiled too. Yes, you can. That memory stayed in Mia's heart. Years passed. Mia grew older. Her father became sick. He could no longer ride bicycles with her. Then, one winter, he passed away. Mia was heartbroken. After that, the old bicycle became even more important to her. Whenever she rode it, she remembered her father. She remembered his voice. She remembered his smile. She remembered that first afternoon when he taught her to ride. One Saturday morning, Mia was cleaning the bicycle outside her house. Her neighbor, Mr. Brown, walked past. He stopped and looked at it. Mia, you're still using that old thing? Mia laughed. Yes. You should buy a new bicycle. Maybe one day. Mr. Brown looked at the bicycle again. Actually, someone might pay good money for it. Mia looked surprised. For this bicycle? Yes. Why? Mr. Brown smiled. There is a collector in town. He buys old bicycles. Mia didn't think much about it. But later that afternoon, a black car stopped outside her house. A tall man got out. He looked at the bicycle. Excuse me. Is this your bicycle? Mia nodded. Yes. My name is Daniel. I collect old bicycles. He walked around it slowly. He looked at the wheels. Then the seat. Then the old metal frame. I would like to buy it. Mia smiled politely. Sorry, but I'm not selling it. Daniel looked surprised. You haven't even heard my offer. Mia shook her head. I don't need to. Daniel smiled. Everyone has a price. Mia looked at the bicycle. No, this one doesn't. Daniel became curious. Why is it so special? Mia didn't answer. She simply held the old handlebars. For a moment, she remembered her father. Daniel looked at her. How much would you offer it? Mia shook her head. Nothing. I could give you $500. Mia said nothing. Daniel increased his offer. 1,000. Mia looked at him. No. Daniel was shocked. 2,000. Mia smiled sadly. I'm sorry. Daniel couldn't understand. It's just an old bicycle. Mia looked at him. Maybe to you. Then she pushed the bicycle back toward the house. Daniel stood there silently. He watched Mia disappear behind the door. But he wasn't angry. He was curious. He wanted to know why this old bicycle was so important. That evening, Mia sat in her room. She looked at an old photograph. It showed her and her father. Mia was 12 years old. She was sitting on the same blue bicycle. Her father was standing behind her. Mia smiled. Then she noticed something she had never seen before. There was a small envelope attached to the back of the photograph. Mia carefully opened it. Inside was a short handwritten note. She recognized her father's handwriting immediately. Her smile disappeared. The note said, "Mia, when you are old enough, look under the bicycle seat." Mia stared at the words. What? She quickly ran outside. She looked at the old bicycle. Her heart began beating faster. Slowly, she touched the seat. Then she lifted it. Something was hidden underneath. A small metal box. Mia froze. She had never seen it before. What was inside? And why had her father hidden it there? Mia reached for the box. But before she could open it, her mother called from inside the house. Mia. Mia quickly hid the box. She looked at the bicycle. For the first time, she wondered if the old bicycle held a secret. And perhaps that secret was the real reason she could never sell it. To be continued in part 2. Mia waited until everyone was asleep. Then she quietly went outside. The old blue bicycle was still near the wall. Mia looked around. She took the small metal box from under the seat. Her hands were shaking. What did Dad hide here? She sat on the steps and opened the box. Inside, there was an old key, a photograph, and a small piece of paper. Mia picked up the photograph first. It showed her father when he was young. He was standing beside a small bicycle shop. On the back, there were 3 words. For Mia, someday. Mia looked at the picture again. Why did you never tell me about this? Then she opened the piece of paper. There was an address written on it. It was an address in the old part of town. Mia knew the place. There used to be a small bicycle repair shop there. Her father had mentioned it many years ago. But she had never visited it. Mia looked at the key. Maybe this key opens something there. The next morning, Mia went to the old address. The street was quiet. Many of the shops were closed. At the end of the street, Mia saw an old wooden door. There was a small sign above it. Greenwell Bicycle Shop. Mia stopped. She had never heard the name before. She put the key into the lock. It opened. Mia slowly pushed the door. Inside was a dark, dusty room. There were old bicycles everywhere. Some were hanging from the walls. Others were covered with white sheets. Mia walked carefully. Dad? She knew he couldn't be there. But the place felt strangely familiar. Then she noticed something on a wooden table. It was another photograph. Her father was standing with an older man. On the table beside them was the same blue bicycle. Mia picked up the photograph. Suddenly, she heard a voice behind her. You're Michael's daughter. Mia turned around. An old man was standing near the door. Who are you? My name is Thomas. He smiled sadly. I knew your father very well. Mia's heart started beating faster. You knew my dad? Thomas nodded. He told me you might come here one day. Mia looked at him in surprise. When? Many years ago. Thomas walked toward the table. Your father left something here for you. Mia couldn't believe it. What did he leave? Thomas pointed toward a large wooden cabinet. Open the middle drawer. Mia walked to the cabinet. She opened the drawer. Inside was a small notebook. She picked it up. On the first page, she saw her father's handwriting. Mia began reading. The first sentence made her stop. Mia, if you are reading this, it means you are finally ready to know why I gave you that bicycle. Mia looked at Thomas. What does this mean? Thomas smiled. Keep reading. Mia turned the page. But before she could continue, she heard a car stop outside. Thomas looked toward the window. His face suddenly changed. Mia. What? You need to leave. Why? Thomas whispered. Because someone else is looking for that notebook. Mia held it tightly. Who? Thomas looked toward the door. I think he's here. Mia's heart began racing. Someone opened the door. And a familiar voice said, Mia? It was Daniel. The man who had offered her thousands of dollars for the bicycle. Why was Daniel there? And what did he know about her father's secret? To be continued in part 3. Mia stared at Daniel. What are you doing here? Daniel looked at the old bicycle shop. I could ask you the same question. Thomas stepped between them. Daniel, you shouldn't be here. Daniel looked at him. Thomas, I need to talk to Mia. Mia held the notebook tightly. Why? Daniel took a deep breath. Because I know your father. Mia was shocked. You knew my dad too? Daniel nodded. He helped my family many years ago. Mia didn't understand. What does that have to do with my bicycle? Daniel looked at the notebook. Everything. Thomas sighed. Maybe it's time she knows. Daniel sat down. He explained that his father had owned the bicycle shop with Mia's father. They repaired and sold bicycles together. But one day, Daniel's father wanted to close the shop. Mia's father refused. This shop was more than a business to him, Daniel said. He wanted to teach young people how to repair bicycles. Mia looked around the old shop. That's why he kept this place? Daniel nodded. But my father sold his part of the business. Why? Because he needed money. Mia looked confused. Then what happened? Daniel looked at the notebook. Your father bought the shop. Mia's eyes widened. He did. Yes. But he never told you. Mia opened the notebook again. Inside were old plans. There were drawings of a small community bicycle center. There were names of children. There were notes about free bicycle repairs. Mia smiled. My father wanted to help people. Thomas nodded. He wanted children who couldn't afford bicycles to have a chance to ride. Mia looked at Daniel. Then why did you want to buy my bicycle? Daniel looked embarrassed. Because I didn't know the whole story. What do you mean? I thought the bicycle was valuable because it was an old model. He looked at Mia. But now I understand. Mia looked down at the blue bicycle. Her father had given it to her when she was 12. Maybe it wasn't just a birthday gift. Maybe it was the beginning of something bigger. Daniel stood up. I have something else. He reached into his jacket. It was an old photograph. Mia looked at it. The picture showed her father teaching a group of children to repair bicycles. On the back was a message. One day, Mia will continue this work. Mia's eyes filled with tears. But Dad never told me. Thomas smiled. He wanted you to choose your own future. Mia closed the notebook. She finally understood why her father had hidden everything. He wasn't asking her to become like him. He was simply leaving her a choice. Then Daniel said something unexpected. I want to help you. Mia looked at him. Help me with what? Daniel smiled. The bicycle shop. Mia looked around. The shop is old. Then let's fix it. Thomas smiled. For the first time in years, this place may have a future again. Mia looked at the old blue bicycle. She touched the handlebars. I think Dad would like that. Speaking practice. Repeat these sentences. I know your father. I know your father. He wanted to help people. He wanted to help people. Now I understand. Now I understand. I want to help you. I want to help you. Let's fix this place. Let's fix this place. My father would be happy. My father would be happy. Excellent. But there was still one problem. The shop needed a lot of money to reopen. Mia didn't have enough money. Daniel had already offered thousands of dollars for her bicycle. Now he made another offer. But this time, it wasn't to buy the bicycle. What was his new offer? Find out in part 4. Mia looked at Daniel. What is your offer? Daniel smiled. I don't want to buy your bicycle anymore. Mia was surprised. Then what do you want? I want to help you reopen the shop. Mia looked around the old room. But it will cost a lot of money. Daniel nodded. I know. Why would you help me? Daniel looked at the old photograph of Mia's father. Because your father once helped my family. He paused. And I think it's time I return that kindness. Mia didn't know what to say. Thomas smiled. Your father would be very proud. A new beginning. Over the next few weeks, Mia, Daniel, and Thomas worked together. They cleaned the shop. They repaired the windows. They painted the walls. They fixed old bicycles. Slowly, the dusty shop became beautiful again. Mia put her father's old photographs on the walls. She also placed the blue bicycle near the front door. It was still old. It was still rusty. But now everyone who entered the shop could see it. One afternoon, a little girl came into the shop with her mother. She looked at the blue bicycle. Is this bicycle for sale? Mia smiled. No. The girl looked disappointed. Why not? Mia touched the handlebars. Because this bicycle has a special story. What's the story? Mia smiled. Maybe I'll tell you one day. The girl smiled. Okay. Then she looked at the other bicycles. Can I learn how to fix one? Mia laughed. Of course. Mia finally understands. That evening, Mia stood outside the shop. The sun was going down. Daniel stood beside her. Are you happy? Mia nodded. Very happy. She looked at the old bicycle. For years, I thought this bicycle was special because it reminded me of my father. Daniel smiled. And now? Now I know it was also a message from him. What message? Mia looked at the children inside the shop. Keep helping people. Daniel nodded. I think he knew you would understand. Mia smiled. She finally understood why she had refused every offer. Daniel had offered her $500, then $1,000, then $2,000. But the bicycle wasn't worth money to her. It was a memory. It was a connection to her father. And now it had become the beginning of something new. One last surprise. Before leaving, Thomas gave Mia a small envelope. Your father left this for you too. Mia opened it. Inside was a short note. She read it quietly. Mia, you don't have to keep my dreams. Follow your own heart. But if you ever find a way to help someone, don't be afraid to do it. Mia smiled through her tears. Dad. She looked at the old bicycle. I understand now. She placed the letter inside the notebook. Then she walked back into the shop. A group of children were waiting for her. Teacher Mia. Mia laughed. Okay, everyone. Let's learn how to fix a bicycle. The children cheered. Speaking practice. Repeat these sentences. I don't want to sell it. I don't want to sell it. I want to help people. I want to help people. This bicycle has a special story. This bicycle has a special story. Now I understand. Now I understand. My father would be proud. My father would be proud. Let's help each other. Let's help each other. Excellent. The lesson. Mia's old bicycle looked worthless to other people. It was rusty. It was old. And it was not perfect. But Mia knew its real value. Sometimes, the most valuable things in our lives are not expensive. They may be old photographs, a simple gift, a letter, or an old bicycle. What matters is the memory behind them. Mia didn't sell her bicycle. Instead, she used the story behind it to start something beautiful. She learned that some things are priceless. And sometimes, the best way to honor someone we love is not to keep their memories hidden. It is to continue the good things they taught us. Thank you for listening to today's story on Daily English Flow. Listen again. Repeat the sentences. Learn the vocabulary. And keep practicing your English every day. Keep listening. Keep speaking. Keep learning. Keep flowing. See you in the next story. Goodbye.